I reached out to Help Network because I was in need of help. I'm totally blind. I don't have family near me to assist, so I noticed that things were not getting done.
I came to this country 6 years ago on my own, having $200 in my pockets, and if also not for the help of others, I would never be able to get to this point. So I made a decision that I have to choose at least one person who I can help on a regular basis.
There are so many things that I have set aside, did not get to because the information was visual, and I needed someone with sight to sit down and help me. I had a stack of jewelry that had collected in my jewelry box over a period of years. One of the Help Network volunteers said, let's sit down and organize this. We'll use baggies and we'll put each piece of jewelry in the bag, and then you will braille the color of that piece of jewelry. It took several sessions, you can understand that. There was a pile of unworn collected jewelry. And so that was great because I thought, gee, I can now coordinate the colors with the outfit that I'm wearing thanks to this Help Network volunteer.
And I am the general manager of the Help Network. We're part of a bigger organization called Global Change. Kristen Luna Labe is the founder. The main goal of the Help Network is to place long-term volunteers into one-on-one volunteer situations. So the volunteers might go to a person's home, most likely, or they might take them out to do errands, but the idea is that it's kind of like a big brother, big sister type program where people are paired off, ideally according to their interest, and they're there consistently once a week to help out with anything from chores to reading to simply just spending time together.
My name is Charles Matheson, and I'm a volunteer. I've been volunteering for about 2 years or so. At my church, they had a table, an action table for volunteers. So I wanted to do something, and I saw Alice's ad, and that's how I started. Sometimes I'll go to the supermarket with them, get their food. I'll go to stores and buy them clothes. I'll read their mail. I'll have a meal with them. Go for a walk.
What's your name?
Charles.
Yeah.
Anything they want me to do,
What's your name?
I do it.
The elderly are the fastest growing population of the United States. Everyone knows that the baby boomers are about to retire, and everyone also knows that Americans are living longer than they ever have before, but what we don't always think about is how we are going to provide assistance for this growing population.
I'm a C5, C6 tetraplegic. I broke my neck diving into shore break waves and Jones Beach in Long Island here in New York, and that was 8 years ago.
I guess in New York you have to be signed out when you're in a wheelchair, and so they have this program where you come as a volunteer and you sign them out and you take them to wherever they want to go, and that's what I did with William Ford. I went to the nursing home and We didn't get to finish because she actually missed a ride and her wheelchair was not cooperating that day.
As far as leading some form of normal social life where you're able to go out and be with your friends that live out in the community, it's not that simple. Sometimes you're limited to only being able to go out maybe 4 hours at a time or 4 times a month. It's no way for anyone to live.
One of the best experiences I had actually was just most recently, and it was with Wheeling Forward. And I went to go pick up this client, and she just had the greatest, biggest smile on her. And that will just stay with me for the rest of my life.
Quite often I was asked to bring back whether it's a bag of chips from the store or Chinese food or all kinds of things. Sometimes I'd go out and come back with 8 shopping bags worth of stuff for different people.
As I began to think more about the project, it made me think a lot about my father, who was chronically ill while I was growing up. And it's true that people who, are handicapped or, have something impeding their ability to move around and do day-to-day things, it's tough, especially when you're isolated, to just make every day happen, simple things, especially with the populations we work with. A lot of the times, they hit both categories. They're seniors and they're handicapped.
It's funny, they couldn't have picked a better person if I had filled out a questionnaire. I was looking for someone who's articulate, who's bright, and who wouldn't mind doing different things. Like sometimes I need help with very pedestrian things like making sandwiches and stuff like that. And then I like someone I can take a walk with who's comfortable guiding me and helping me. Someone who's a good reader, someone who likes old television programs and can describe them.
Sometimes I'll run errands for him and sort of help with the day-to-day tasks that he might need assistance with. We also both have an affinity for old TV shows, so we'll watch shows like Bewitched or Alfred Hitchcock Presents. I'll play them on my iPhone and kind of describe what's happening, scene by scene, in between the lines of the actors. Sometimes we'll just go for a walk. He lives in a neighborhood where there is a nice little park, and we'll go and sit on a nice park bench and just kind of enjoy the day.
I enjoy the company, I enjoy the interaction, and being able to get out, or perhaps being able to quote unquote watch a program together and have Nick describe to me what's happening on the screen, because you'd be surprised that even when programs have a lot of dialogue, there's a lot of things that happen that if you can't see, you miss them.
We'd like to thank IOB so much for selecting us as one of their projects, and our first funders, which is Charity Services Centers out of Miami. We couldn't do it without you guys.
Thanks for helping the Health Network.
Thanks for helping the Health Network.
Welcome to the Health Network.